Before we go to the story, please like and subscribe. The story about Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor boy named Jack with his widowed mother. They owned a humble cottage and a single cow named Milky White. Every day, Jack and his mother would rely on Milky White for milk, which they would sell at the market to buy food. One day, Milky White stopped giving milk, and Jack's mother said, "We have no choice, Jack. You must take Milky White to the market and sell her so we can buy food." Jack set off early the next morning, leading Milky White down the dusty path towards the market. On the way, he met an old man who looked very wise. "Good morning, young lad," said the old man. "Where are you taking that fine cow?" "I'm taking her to the market to sell," replied Jack. "She no longer gives us milk." "I see," said the old man, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. "How about this? I'll give you 5 magic beans for your cow." "Magic beans?" Jack asked, eyes wide with curiosity. "Yes, magic beans," the old man assured him. "Plant them tonight and you'll see wonders." Jack, being a curious and trusting boy, thought this was a splendid idea. He traded Milky White for the 5 magic beans and ran home excitedly to show his mother. When Jack got home, he showed the beans to his mother and told her about the old man. But instead of being happy, she was furious. "Jack, how could you be so foolish?" she cried. "You traded our only cow for these worthless beans." In her anger, she threw the beans out of the window, and they scattered into the garden. Jack went to bed feeling very sad and disappointed in himself. But the next morning, he woke up to find something extraordinary. Outside his window, a giant beanstalk had grown overnight, stretching high into the clouds. Filled with excitement, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk to see where it led. He climbed higher and higher until he finally reached the top. There, he discovered a magical land in the sky with a magnificent castle in the distance. Curious and adventurous, Jack made his way to the castle. As he approached, he saw a giant woman standing at the entrance. "Good day, ma'am," said Jack politely. "Could you spare a bit of food for a hungry boy?" The giant woman, who was actually quite kind, invited Jack inside. "Come in quickly," she whispered, "before my husband comes home. He is a giant and not as friendly as I am." Jack sat down and began to eat the delicious meal she prepared for him. But suddenly, they heard a loud, booming voice outside. "Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," roared the giant. "Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Terrified, Jack hid in the oven. The giant entered the castle and sniffed the air. "I smell a human," he growled. "Nonsense," said his wife. "You smell the remnants of that boy you caught last week. Now sit down and eat your breakfast." After his meal, the giant took out a golden harp that played beautiful music all by itself and a hen that laid golden eggs. The giant soon fell asleep to the soothing music of the harp. Seeing his chance, Jack crept out of his hiding place and grabbed the hen and the harp. But as he made his way to the door, the harp cried out, "Master, master." The giant woke up with a start and saw Jack with his treasures. "Thief!" he bellowed. Jack ran as fast as he could, the giant hot on his heels. Jack reached the beanstalk and scrambled down as quickly as possible. "Mother, quick!" Jack shouted when he reached the ground. "Bring me an axe!" Jack's mother brought the axe, and Jack began to chop down the beanstalk. The giant was just reaching the ground when Jack gave one final chop, and the beanstalk came crashing down. The giant fell, causing the earth to shake, and was never seen again. With the golden harp and the hen that laid golden eggs, Jack and his mother were no longer poor. They lived happily ever after, and Jack never forgot the adventure that began with a handful of magic beans.